Mundy, the boy from Seymour, has not missed a game since round 5, 2006. Talk about get to the line.
One of the best field kicks in the comp now, Mundy. Under pressure, rarely misses targets.
Back we go for another bounce. Griffin, hand on this one. A great night for the Fremantle Footy Club. They've got the Bombers next week at Etihad under the roof, which will be a reasonably neutral ground other than the travel. I mean, the roof, I think, stops any climatic effects, obviously, and gives the away team some chance. And then, of course, they've got Geelong the week after back here at Subi. Douglas, and they look in premiership form again this year, Geelong. And a kick will be given down the field, I think, on that one. Valentine dished out an unnecessary bump.
Going at him, angry.
Tippett will get a free. Petrenko was the recipient of that bump. It's starting to fester a little bit while this replay's on. There's a little bit of argy-bargy here. And if you're a Fremantle player, you probably wouldn't want to be involved in that just at this stage. Look at my man Barlow. Not only stats, he's now in there sorting things out.
He's the ambassador.
This guy, is there no end to his capabilities? Boy, talk about a man with strings to his bow as Tippett comes in and misses.
Just a little sneaky whisper at half-time I received, BT, that Barlow actually struggled to get a game at Assumption.
Yes, he did.
So he's come a long way.
Really, they couldn't be credited with sizing him up as a footballer, because they didn't. I think he was played a lot of his school football on the bench, and that is because some players mature at different rates, and perhaps they thought that he wasn't good enough. And by the way, Tony Armstrong, who's playing for Adelaide in this game, was really, struggled with a bit of form at Assumption as well. So it is all about when you mature. And
you must be on a retainer from Assumption, I think.
Well, they are a footballing factory.
Yeah.
So, Gerard, I can't help that. That is just a fact of footballing factory life. Hazelby.
At the back.
Goes to Des, who
kept his feet.
Just wants to take 3 of them on. That's how good he's going. And that one's out of bounds, surely. 4 boundary umpires, I think we have these days. And maybe even an emergency one. So we've got it pretty well under control with boundary umpires. Jared, can they make decisions? They can blow the whistle now. Or was that just
no,
the
just for the Nat Cup?
Okay.
I was talking to an umpire yesterday, suggested the next progress for the boundary umpires will be to be mic'd up, which I'm sure you'll be pleased with.
Oh, no. We've got Sharapova mic'd tonight, and he's given us a bit. Here we go, Adelaide. Time ticking down here. Still 4 minutes remaining, so still a bit of guts left in this game yet.
30,000 turned up tonight. Geelong next home game here. I doubt whether you'll get a spare seat.
A lot of people, perhaps a question mark with Fremantle. 30's a little disappointing for me.
First round, yeah.
As Crowley comes off with. What do you think, Colby, down there with Crowley?
It's that same left elbow. He's still in a bit of pain, Crowley. So I'll keep an eye on him.
All right. Free kick here. McLeod, and you can see Crowley in a little bit of pain there, slightly uncomfortable.
Could be a dead arm.
Got a stinger, you reckon, Jacko?
Yeah. He's just struggling to lift it.
Dowdy. Dr. Jakovic.
I was waiting for it.
Ball down the line. Bok. Did you ever, at any stage in your schooling life,
here it comes,
think that a medicine degree was a possibility?
Oh.
Hey?
Not quite.
Not quite.
Recess wasn't long enough.
Boundary throw in on the wing. Broughton. Been impressive today, Broughton. He's had it 28 times.
In fact, it's been a really even performance across the board. There's been 11 Dockers have 20+ disposals.
Here's Ballantyne, likes to do it himself. Could have given the quick hands, but he so often does. He takes them on. We've got an Adelaide player down in the middle of the ground as well. Taylor Walker, I think that is.
I reckon that's the first time for Ballantyne tonight, though, BT. I've been impressed with his decision-making in first gives, and he's paying the price. He looks like he's got a crook shoulder as well.
One player I've been very impressed with is Luke McFarlane, 29 possessions, but he's run off the half-back line. Great leadership tonight too.
This is Taylor Walker's injury. You can see he's, I think, been knocked out there as he's carried from the ground as we speak. And you're right about Ballantyne coming off as well. And Lee Colbert will have his hands full. I'll give you 30 seconds in a moment, Lee, just to tell us what's going on there, because the injuries are starting to mount, Colby.
Dropping like flies. Ballantyne off for rest. He's a little bit of shoulder action, and as you mentioned, Taylor Walker, definitely a little bit of concussion, not shoulder, so that's good news for him.
Okay, Edwards wide with the ball here. And now Dangerfield. Point of the square at half forward. Inches the ball in the path of Tippett. Ball was too long and too firm for him. Hill happy to let it run. What a start for the Fremantle Dockers. When you consider last year, they started with 4 straight losses and I guess got their supporters offside early. It is important for them to win in round 1.
What was the mood of the town, Jacko, coming here tonight? What was the expectation?
Very positive, very positive. They had a good pre-season, best pre-season they've had for some time. I like the structure they had against the Melbourne game in the first round. And then they went to Etihad Stadium and beat the Kangaroos. There's Taylor Walker. He just must have got one on the side of the face there. And big hope and expectation they could win round 1.
Good one. An inside 50 entry. 3-on-1. Fremantle's way. Tarrant, Hayden and Sandy Lands.
Well, they've done more than win it, BT. They've set a standard.
They have brought.
And if they can keep it, they will be very close to having some fun in September.
Well, if they can just understand what pressure does. Oh boy, Barlow. He's
32.
now holding the ball in the air as if to say, my seniority gives me the right to call plays now as well. He goes back. 32 possessions. He is within 2 possessions of champion Darvis.
He's got another one.
Recorded all-time best debut now. He is 1 possession away from equaling the great Greg Diesel Williams against Fitzroy the same day that Gary Ablett Sr. debuted.
How many goals did he kick, Diesel, today?
I don't think he kicked 2 like my man Barlow. Now,
what's he doing running away from the play here? Doesn't he know he's on the verge of greatness?
If I could possibly call him back, I would, to come back into the contest area.
Get Lee Colbert to do it down on the boundary.
Here he goes. Barlow on the lead. Ignored. Disappointing. So Fremantle just running this one down. 20 seconds remains. And Fremantle...
He's going to get it.
No, he's beating.
Oh, he didn't look. The ball carrier didn't look. He's way
disappointed. I think he knew the record was on offer. Sandy Lands goes up. Hill fights for the ball. Morabito kept it alive for Hill. The dash with seconds remaining. Hill drives inside 50. She's all over. Fremantle, much to the delight of their supporters, have got home with a win of 56 points over the Adelaide Crows. Headland was good, kicked a couple, and Neil Craig, disappointment for him in round 1. They have Sydney at home next week. Thompson gave them a bit of spark in the third to give them a chance.
Well, it certainly was. Just a good, even performance by all of Fremantle players. They were fantastic. And from the first bounce right through. And Lee Colbert's got your man, BT.
Well, mate, I have. Michael, how was that experience?